Who do you think is going to win Game 3 here?
Well, Sen has been my friend forever. TLO, of course, is my friend as well, but Sen and me share the same team. I have a lot of bias towards him. Also, I feel like Sen has a lot more experience in this matchup than TLO. I will give it, I was originally going to say 2-0 for Sen, but I think I'll say 2-1 instead.
That's a safe prediction. I too chose Sen, and I think exactly what you said. Sen just has more time to play and understand Zerg, and you could say, oh wow.
Double cancel.
Sen is going for a 10 pull. But going back on what I was saying before, Sen has more time with Zerg, so he understands the race a lot deeper. He's been playing since Brood War. And I feel that TLO, he's still a great player. He's shown that he can take a game, and he's more than capable of taking another game. But it comes down to game number 3, and who can just play it out. And I would have to say, gun to the head, Sen is going to do 2-1. Well,
it's interesting the builds that we had right here. TLO again is doing a double extractor trick. He did it in the beginning to get his 12 pull before Overlord, and then he did it again.
Oh, wow.
I think that's not efficient for the second time. The first time,
yeah,
I can see it's fine.
PredatorPL usually is good with numbers. It's like, wow, you know, a SCV building a supply depot.
Actually, I know for sure.
Minerals or something like that.
Yeah, for sure. The second double extractor trick is incorrect.
And there's like a lot of math behind it. And I mean, in the end, it's what, like 12, 18 minerals, something like that.
Yeah.
Pretty minor, depends on. But every second counts, especially in the 10 pool.
Yeah. Well, if you want to look at it, I mean, 40 minerals per minute. So you're looking at 2/3 a mineral per second. So
okay. I didn't catch that at all, man. I'm sorry. Say that one more time.
40 minerals per minute. Okay. So 40 divided by 60.
That's per drone,
it's
right?
2/3 per drone.
Okay.
So it's 2/3 a mineral per second.
Okay.
So if I'm losing...
You're just doing a bunch of division here now.
No.
Yeah, well, I'm just trying to follow you. Just keep going, keep going.
Okay, so if I'm losing 13 for an extractor, then I need 3 over 2 times that. Is it?
I left school, man,
God,
so I can cast NASL, not to go back to it.
I'm killing myself.
Sen, he did have the Zergling disadvantage. TLO actually waited till he had 8 Zerglings to move out. Sen lost one of his Zerglings, so he's on the retreat. But let's see with those drone counts here. TLO actually just evened out here because he did go for a little bit later pool, but Sen did sneak some drones behind it.
Okay, I got it. It's 12 seconds.
Okay.
It's 12 seconds. I'm sorry.
12 seconds to do what? I'm
okay,
so
listen. Okay, 12 seconds. I'm Tarantinoing it right now. It's actually 8 minerals that you lose, and you multiply that by 3 halves to get the amount of seconds you need the drone coming out before the Overlord pops. And obviously the Overlord popped before 12 seconds, so it was not a cost-efficient trade.
You know, Greetorp, you're just like my math teacher in high school. You just talk for God knows how long. In the end, I didn't learn anything, and I'm just a little bit more annoyed.
Well, you had bad math teachers. I taught you. Just remember 12 seconds, man.
12 seconds.
That's all you have to remember.
It's the difference between going double extractor than not.
No, that's not what I was saying.
All right, we'll settle this later.
Oh my gosh.
That's the thing we always result to. But
gosh,
TLO, he
I thought you were Asian, man.
I am, but not the way you explain. You explain it so backwards, but. TLO, he scouts the hatchery. I'm sorry, Andre. I'm not trying to be like that. It's just it's hard sometimes when I can't get into your mind. It makes sense to you. It doesn't make sense to me sometimes, man.
It's all right.
Oh, so sad. Andre's a sad
I am sad,
man.
I am very sad right now. I'm salty.
Sen will be really sad to find out that TLO's expansion is way faster than his, although he kind of knows that right now.
Yeah, right away we do have a big difference in harvester count, though. 21 drones out for TLO. Sen only at a measly 16. It's quite dramatic, but we see the incoming heavy push.
27.
And did he actually go around this Overlord? I think he did.
He did.
So TLO has no clue this is coming. And he doesn't have metabolic boost yet either. So this is going to do massive damage. Thankfully for him, he does have his 2 queens in here. But taking this bottom control is probably one of the most important things. Nice transfuse.
Oh, very nice.
but he doesn't actually want to be trading his Zerglings up there.
Yeah.
Stay away from there. Get rid of the hatchery. Don't try to go up into the main.
Well, he's not taking your advice here, Andre, and Sen trying to bust down the gates, and TLO,
wow,
he's trying to make his Bane Nest act as part of the wall, but the Queen does back up, and more Zerglings come in. KenZy Sen break through here. It's getting very tight. The Bane Nest finished. No, TLO's second Queen drops as well, and Sen now is an opening.
He didn't make any more. He didn't make any more Queens. That's going to be so tough for him a little bit later on.
Sen's droning behind this.
Because right now, he doesn't have the metabolic boost. One of the major things when you do not have... Oh, it just kicks in. Okay. Oh, God. I'm going crazy now.
Sen misrouted a drone, or he was trying to sneak in.
He was trying to spine crawler rush. That'd be so
He's
sick.
transitioned. He did drone up a lot. 29 to 23. Now he's going to be the one who has to hold any kind of counter aggression. He has his spine crawler at the top of the ramp. And does he have any Banelings in position? No, in fact, his Banelings just finished, so he doesn't really have that. His Spine Crawler is also going to drop, but TLO is running out of Zerglings, and Sen holds very nicely.
Is TLO reverse all-inning here? Okay, there are Queens out in the field. I'm sorry. Looks like a single Queen, though, so not enough, really. He wants his double Queen production, so Sen will go ahead in the resource of Larva. Again, we were talking about that last game. It's pretty critical.
Yeah, Larva huge in ZVZ.
And that'll translate into more drones. That's basically what we can say.
Yeah, you stole the words right out of my mouth.
Still, I do feel like Sen missed a huge opportunity. Instead of taking out the...
Hatchery?
Yeah, exactly. Instead of taking out the two Queens, he could have taken out the hatchery. Obviously, it didn't happen. Still paying off pretty well because TLO tried to do that reverse all-in. I think that was actually... I shouldn't say all-in, but reverse pressure. Gotcha. That wasn't too profitable.
TLO trying to sneak some Zerglings around the bend, avoiding Sen's Banelings. Oh, man.
I saw that coming, man.
Yeah, very, very good job. Oh, wow, another trade there from Sen, and now he's into the middle line, free to harass and take whatever he wants.
Yep, and that one Baneling actually provides a lot of coverage. A couple of nice trades, but TLO will be able to clear this up still. Look at that difference in supply. It all comes down, 45 to 25. Dang. A 20 drone lead. Sen is monstrously ahead, and that's all due to the second Queen that he's had. That's a lot more larva. I think that's what, 6 more larva every minute. It's pretty dramatic.
Yeah, and as a result, TLO can't even really do anything. Sen's defensively is much more sound because he's got another Spine Crawler on the way, and he's making more Banelings. Sen's also teching to layers, so he's not only going to get the economic advantage, but the tech advantage. And TLO can't really do much in this position here.
No, he can't. He's trying to just poke in there as best as possible. The Banelings are there to defend. He has plenty of Banelings to actually remove anything over here.
Yeah, so Sen, I mean, he just has to wait till he gets too large an advantage, and then he can just play his game. Nice pick off there. One Baneling from TLO, another one. So, I mean, those kind of trades TLO could have used much earlier.
Yeah.
He's doing a good job now, but a little bit late on that.
And this is what I was talking about, by the way, from game number 1. You get mutas when you're ahead, not when you're even. If you get an early game advantage, it's really easy. You just take complete control of the map, remove all the overlords, really force your opponent to go a composition that they don't want to. You can actually, off of this, just cut muta production completely and mass upgrade. Keep up with your opponent, and you will be able to get this, a third. A third base is like the #1 thing you can always get when you're going, well, I shouldn't say always, but most of the time you can get it when you're going mutas.
TLO's recalling. He's actually recalling his overlords because he scouted the 3rd and 4th gases with that other overlord on the right side. And he doesn't want to lose anything unnecessarily. 77 to 60 is the current supply count. Sen with a very strong and decisive economic advantage. And you can see TLO slowly starting to lose grasp on this game. However, in game number 1, we saw him do a very nice push, and Sen got kind of caught. And TLO is taking the Infestor, so perhaps he's going to take the same route.
A little bit different, though. TLO's advantage comes in upgrades. He has 1/1 for his melee and Carapace. So his Zerglings are extra charged. They can do a lot more damage than normal. But still, I mean, if Zerglings could attack up, maybe he would be in a good position. But mutas do one-way fire, man. That's all they have to worry about.
Yeah, mutas are pretty good in ZVZ, especially in these positions. Sen. Now starting to, he's just continuing to drone up at this point. He's going to be well into the 50s. TLO, he's actually managed to catch up, but now he's just going to still fall behind in larva because Sen's been able to keep that extra hatchery. Actually, those extra 2 hatcheries. He's getting another hatchery that's finishing up at his natural.
So I'm not sure what TLO can do with his advantage currently, because mutas eat Zerglings alive. Now, he could get so many Zerglings that they basically do nothing. And with the upgrade...
400 Zerglings, man, on the map.
That's what he could do, but...
That is so sick. Like, lag sent out.
with only,
Zerglings and Overlords.
With only 2 hatcheries, I don't think he has the capacity to even touch that. I mean, he's trying to gear up for some sort of counterattack, but you can see Sen is... He's okay. He's not in the best position to defend everything, but the mutas do have to be a little bit more defensive. Sen could be content with that. Just say, I take my 3rd. That's all. I just macro.
Yeah, I mean, Sen eventually will have so many mutas that he can handle pretty much the army, but some important upgrades are still in production. +2/+2 for TLO and Baneling speed.
Oh, man, look at this spread.
Man. Very good job there by Sen. Picks off an Infestor. Every Infestor counts, especially because TLO is disadvantaged in terms of gas. And Sen looks like he's microing. He doesn't want to get caught by Fungal. Few do end up getting snared, as some of those mutas are dropping. But Sen still has a pretty good advantage, picking off Banelings again. Sen has a gas advantage, and that is huge in ZvZ, and he is continuing to push it by taking out those infested, those Infestors and those Banelings.
He has been producing additional mutas. Now, Sen is in a position where he has to do something about that 3rd. You don't want to be equal bases when you are going mutas. You want to have that expendable army. A lot of Zerglings, a lot of Banelings, etc. So we'll see what he does. He is gearing up for an attack, so he's heeding my words. And we'll see if he's able to do anything with it. Zerglings, in the meantime, for TLO, and we'll be running into the main. Nope.
Yeah, I mean, good job just in general by Sen to keep tabs, not letting a Zergling run by. Ever sneak past him. TLO trying to be really active with his Zerglings, but he has to be really cautious about the Zergling Baneling mutas rolling into Sen's, or rolling to TLO's 3rd rather, and the Zergling trying to set up a trap here, but a Fungal on the Banelings preventing them from being able to move out.
He needs a 2nd one. There it is. Nice job.
As Sen does manage to clean up a lot of the Zerglings, the 3rd is as good as dead unless the Infestors get there in time, and it's going to be a good spread here from Sen. He's trying to avoid getting Fungal. And TLO is very cautious. He cannot afford to lose any more units.
Great hold position micro. He's just going to spread them out as much as possible. He does need to keep doing it, though. The 3rd is 400 hit points away from dying, and now an incoming wave of Zerglings is here to save the day. They're the ones that will be able to do a little bit more, but the Infestors, oh my god, they are getting mutilated.
Those Zerglings lay a good trap, and now the mutas are free to attack. The Banelings trying to attack some of the Zerglings. TLO trying to trade cost efficiently, but the Infestors, no, all of them are dying, and TLO is now dropping his supply very severely.
And GG. Sen will take it, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to him. Wow.
Oh, great job, man. I mean, Sen just showed very good understanding of ZvZ.
Yeah, and especially with the beginning of the game, I mean, again, it came down to that huge run by. I felt like Sen really misplayed it, but he was still able to get enough damage. TLO didn't make additional queens, and I think that hurt him quite a bit.
Yeah, so I think, you know, just like you were saying, Sen was able to press his advantage and knew how not to lose it. TLO had an advantage going to game number 2, and he kind of, you know, bumbled it, but that was partly because Sen played really good information tricks, and as a result, Sen never, ever was in the sight of TLO once he got behind.
I do want to mention that that would be cool. But I do want to mention really quick that TLO was 2-2 against Sen's 1-0. So if TLO did not, or was able to hold his 3rd, he would have been in a great position to actually take the game.
It would have been a good position indeed. So that game was brought to you by our lovely friends over at GameMinder. Thank you so much for them sponsoring NASL Season 3. They are the application to help remind you about upcoming games and demos. We'll be back after a quick commercial break, and we will have an interview with the winner of that series. It's going to be Sen coming in, and we'll have it after this quick commercial break.